within the game.
NL 23, and we'll see Christian Kirk. He's coming off a nice performance, bringing in a pair of touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Giants. All that and more coming up next.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
His first pass is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it.
4 yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line.
Tua going to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard. We look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the numbers here don't lie. According to the next-gen stats, he topped out at an even 22 miles an hour. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 31, Lawrence. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Out quickly to Judy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the ground, this is Saquan Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 66 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Again, it's Barkley, able to slither by. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Lawrence. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 18. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. And they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Taken down at the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 116 yards, and a trip to the end zone.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Houston Sanders on for a field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell us end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Saquan Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Lawrence's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Lawrence. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. But to throw again is Lawrence. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lawrence. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one too low. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's James returning. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. In trouble here, and down he goes. goes back at the 8-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They snapped the ball backed up inside their own 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called a zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Tua sets up to pass it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll find Bateman once more. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 2nd down, Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. These kickers now, used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquan Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Lawrence on 3rd down. Smith catches left side. And he will have a Giants first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And this is taken in at the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Jamison Williams from 3 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here's Tua. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
They juked him. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquan Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Lawrence. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. Kenny Pickett has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The Panthers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards of passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really...
It's a punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On first down, Lawrence. Got his man. It's Williams. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. Another try for Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Bellinger, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's swung out to Mostert. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Here's Tua. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk, incomplete. He was covered by Denzel.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
A handoff to Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll go to Barkley again. Down right around the 25. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Here's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
This one fielded at the 5. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Miami set to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
It's now 2nd and 2.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. Open man is Kirk. Complete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And again, it's Tagovailoa. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Tua to try again on 2nd down. Fighting through pressure. Steps away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lawrence. This is Smith with a grab. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 21 yards there on 3rd down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua got a man and he hits him in stride. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
He's smart enough to blow the top. I guarantee Cole told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The fullback dive held up short. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the counter, ETN. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be taken down at the 34. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Again, it's Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. There'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by, but that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far, but it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They faked the handoff. Now Tua. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. One final try for Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for the Giants, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for